Okay, we are keeping these rolling.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Daily trying to. Anyway.
I should have turned
Every
the
couple
fan
of days.
on before I started this one. It's starting to feel a bit warm in here for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's warm.
I may get up and do that in the middle of this video.
You're
just
not,
like, watch. We're going to hit
you
5
don't
minutes. I'm just going to be like, whew.
You don't even have all the insulation that I've got.
No.
It may be because of the fire in this one. That's
the next one.
No, it's this one. It's right here.
If you have comments and things that you would like us to talk about, put them in the comments section, because that is where they belong.
And let us know how you're liking these that we're trying to make a little shorter.
Yes, we're trying to cut these down and not do
closer
like
to 10 minutes
20,
instead of 20.
30-minute videos. Closer to 20. We've been going way over 20.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I'm saying closer to 10 than 20. We didn't hit 10. We're still going, closer to 10.
If you have comments, topics that you would like to hear us talk about, please let us know. And check out our other videos. We have several different Bible-y things here on the channel.
And if you're wanting to take a break from the seriousness of our Bible study, because our Bible lessons are always so serious.
Have you watched one of these? For that matter, have you watched anything that I've been in?
Yeah, there's
the only serious one was that one where I was a lion and I died. Not on this channel.
No, that was
any channel as far as I know.
When you played Aslan.
Yeah.
That was a serious role.
Yeah,
that was a serious one.
That was difficult.
But if you want to have a laugh, you could go check out our old Soda Saloon Selections videos on our Soda Saloon channel. They're fun.
Yeah.
And you learn about crazy sodas you never knew existed. All right, so we're back to the Book of Judges again.
Still in Judges.
Yeah, and one thing is we want to remember: judges. We think of judges as somebody that sits up there and says you're right, you're wrong.
And wears the wigs.
And robes.
Wigs.
Robes.
Wigs.
Anyway. Robes. And so they make decisions about who's right and who's wrong and whether people are guilty and that kind of thing in the law and so. The judges in the Book of Judges weren't those kinds of judges for the most part. Although you did have like Deborah who kind of set and
did she wear
decisions.
A wig?
I think she had her own hair. She didn't need a wig. And so there were some that were kind of like that. Samuel kind of did a little bit of that, and maybe Eli a little bit. But a lot of these judges in the Book of Judges were basically just generals of the army. They were warriors, and we're coming up on one of those. But
this
he's kind of a one-man wrecking crew. He's more like
Hulk.
Yeah, a lone wolf kind of guy. I mean, there aren't a lot of people you can compare him to.
Just Hulk.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, seriously. He gets trapped in a city and he walks out
carrying the city
takes the gates of the city with him.
Yeah, because they had the gates locked, so he's like, I'll just steal those things.
He's literally the Hulk.
Yeah. I mean, he really kind of is. And he goes into a rage and just like kills 100 people for, because it goes out and kills 30 people because, somebody got the riddle right and he didn't think they would,
And so he needed
go kill 30 people. It's like, but his daddy's name was Manoah. We don't know. No, well, no, not my Noah, Manoah. It's anyway.
Okay.
So this
different
Manoah,
from my Noah. Got it.
Yeah. It's not your Noah. It's not my Noah. It's just Manoah. In Judges 13, he starts in verse 8, praying to the Lord because there was a man, a man in quotes there that
you could have asked to borrow one of my
man. Anyway, so the man had talked to his wife and told her she's going to have a baby, and so he's like and told her a little about the baby and Nazarite and all this kind of stuff, and
thine child shalt not be demonic.
That, and not drink any grape juice or eat any grapes or raisins or anything like that, or cut his hair and all that stuff. The whole Nazarite vow thing.
Totally normal for little kids.
Don't touch anything dead. Can you imagine trying to keep a little kid from touching dead things? Hey, can you imagine how hard that would be?
Reminds me.
Look, I found this lizard. Oh, look, there's a.
Reminds me of a story where, we were at co-op and they had a couple of little kids there. This was back in Louisiana, and so one of the kids was outside and she came in and she was just like.
For those of you who aren't familiar with co-op, that's a homeschool thing where some homeschool families get together so their kids can have a class together of some kind.
So little kid comes in from outside and goes up to mom and he just goes, "Hi, mommy," and her mom's like, "Honey, what do you have in your mouth?" And she goes,
No.
"I found a squiggle. It tasted good." The little kid had found a dead earthworm outside and had eaten it.
How to eat worms. Okay. Wow. I don't think I knew that story.
It was so adorable. Wow. She was Spanish adopted, and so she had a hard time speaking English, and she had a lisp or something. So, like, the only person that could understand her was her mother. So I was standing there, and I just saw the mom break down laughing when the kid came up to her. And I was like, what? Sorry, what'd she say? Because, can't understand any of it. And then the mom translates. I'm like,
oh, well, that's funny. Yeah. Yeah, well.
You must have a fun time at home, kid. Okay.
Did you know that the average, or maybe I shouldn't tell them, the average person will eat a certain number of spiders in their sleep, in their lifetime, just so you know.
Hey, extra protein, midnight snack.
Yeah.
Depending on what time you go to bed, of course.
Yeah. That's really weird, though. Yeah. That's kind of creepy. Okay. Don't know how many spiders.
We're running way over time on this one.
We hadn't even started yet.
No.
All right, so he prays, Lord, please let the man of God that you sent come again and teach us what we shall do with this child who will be born.
I know this is just the first verse, but I have to pull this out. Can you imagine how amazing it would be if, like, as a new parent, you're just like, okay, God, please send me this stranger that's from you that will tell me how to raise this thing. Like,
yeah, that'd be very helpful.
I was going to say people would be much more better at parenting, much more better at parenting,
much more gooder.
Then I remembered how Samson actually turned out, so I'll hold off on that one.
No, there's that. Well, the fact is, though, they didn't really tell him. I mean, he didn't. God doesn't really say, "Okay, here it is." And that's the thing. In this sequence, Manoah asks like 3 or 4 different questions.
Yeah.
And God basically ignores him and tells him like one thing that he wants to tell him. So God listened to the voice of Manoah and did send the angel of God, the angel of the Lord, back to the woman as she was sitting out in the field, and her husband wasn't with her, and so she ran and she said, "Hey, he's here again." And so Manoah went running out there, "Hey, let's catch him before he goes away again." And he says, "Are you the man that spoke to this woman?" And he said, "Yeah, that's me." And so that's like the only question that he is asked that he actually answers. Were you the one that talked to the woman? Yes. Yeah, it was me.
And he actually answers it, "I am," which may or may not be important.
Yeah, I thought about digging into that a little bit and seeing if that is that, but it's not quite the same, I don't think, there. But it is interesting that's the way it's translated into English anyway. So Manoah asks him, now when your words come true, what is the child's manner of life going to be like, and what's his mission? And so the angel of the Lord doesn't tell them about, proper discipline or training or anything. He just says,
kids don't need to be trained.
What I told the woman, be sure she does it. She's not supposed to eat anything from the vine, not drink wine or strong drink, not eat anything unclean. She needs to be sure she does what I told her. Not exactly a huge help in how to raise a kid.
I already told you the things. Make sure you do the things.
Yeah. And they did. They did. I mean, Samson was a good boy as long as he was at home. Yeah. But then he left home. Well, yeah.
except for the things
went
that
after
he
foreign women
and
things like that. But
he messed around in the lion's dead body and
well,
didn't tell his parents about it.
That was like I said after he left home. See, when he left home, he tells us
okay.
he did. Yeah, he did. Anyway, so Manoah says to the angel of the Lord, "Please let us detain you, and I want to prepare you some food, a young goat." And the angel of the Lord says, "I'm not going to eat your food, but if you'll prepare a burnt offering and offer it to the Lord." And Manoah didn't know it was the angel of the Lord.
Mm-hmm. And so Moana says to the angel of the Lord.
Moana? Wait, no, that's not the right story. Moana is not in this story.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Because we've been saying some sort of name that started with an M, and I'm pretty sure that's what I was hearing the whole time.
It's not Moana.
Yeah, the one with the song.
I know the song. Don't know. It was not. No. No. Moana is an island princess.
No.
This is a guy.
21st century. Are we sure about that? Okay. Anyway, Manoah says to the angel of the Lord, "What is your name, so that when your words come true, we may honor you?"
And again, not gonna tell you.
Yeah. It's like,
why are you asking me my name? It's wonderful. Now, some people think that he was actually saying my name is wonderful, and then relate it to Isaiah, where it talks about the Messiah is going to be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, and all that.
Yeah.
But probably some others say what he's really saying, it is too wonderful for you to know or to hear or to say or to whatever.
Yeah.
But either way, it doesn't really give him the information that he wants. And a lot of times God doesn't really answer us the way we want to be answered. We want some specific answer, and God says,
"Just do what I told you to do."
I already told you what to do.
Yeah.
Do it. And sometimes we get very frustrated with that. But the fact is, Peter says, given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. He's already given it to us. He's already told us everything we need to know.
Yep.
There may be a lot of things that we're curious about that we'd like to know.
Deuteronomy 29:29.
The secret things of God
are His. Yep.
But the things He has revealed to us are for us and for our children.
Yep.
And so we have to learn to be content with that. And, everybody says, well, I'll ask Him when I get to heaven. I don't know if He'll tell you then or not.
Yeah.
We'll see, I guess. Other people say, when we get there, we'll just automatically know everything. Well, that'd be nice too. But I don't think that's the way that works either. Because
it has been a time and a half.
We've done
so.
Good. We actually got through the prayer pretty quickly once we started.
We did. I was goofing off for quite a while there at the beginning.
No.
Mm-hmm. Because I was looking at it and I only saw half of the prayer.
Yeah, he didn't realize it was 2 pages.
And so I was like, this will be a short one. We have some time for,
me to goof around.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned. It doesn't hurt to ask, but God will not always tell you what you want to know.
Yeah.
He will tell you what you need to know, but not what you
You will always get an answer, and the answer will be what you need, but it sure may not be what you want.
Yeah.
Yep.
And our job is to learn to want what we need and to learn to accept God's answers for what they are.
Yeah.
So, hope we can learn to do that, and hope that you will keep watching and keep learning more next time.